For the end of the world. Dad. But if you don't know your dad, that makes you a bastard. Literally. That's like the literal
technically
definition.
true, Amanda. The assignment of a bastard is that his parents wasn't married when they copulated.
I'm content to just let them talk, guys.
I agree.
What? Huh? Someone said something?
I was done.
They can hear us now.
Zale.
Yeah, the stream's been up. Entire conversation was on stream.
We know. We don't care. You guys are acting like this is some realization. Like we should. Like we're all caught with our pants down. We should be embarrassed. No.
Intro
Well,
time.
one of us does have his pants with a big rip in the back portion.
Intro time. Listen to Razim say welcome 4 different times and then completely choke.
Gee,
And not forget
thanks.
to have his mic
Alternatively, we
unmuted.
could open up with a blood sport. That seal over there, we don't need him.
Neon, I would love an animated intro, but those are costly. That said, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm Razim, and this is Fist of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. We are only missing Shenzi right now, which is a bit of a problem. Shenzi, where are you? Since she's literally the only person that wants to be at this place. But anyways.
Not her fault that she has to get her stent out today. Or shunt, or whatever they call it.
Drax is going and getting her, so we'll be fine. While he is doing so, Zale, if you would be so kind.
Let him know properly. Brandon attempted kidnapping here, guys. Okay, give us a moment and we will bring her back. And by that I mean
What?
kidnapping.
It's not kidnapping if we have a valid reason to do it, is it?
Nope, it's kidnapping.
What is going on in the chat right now?
Okay, and who is going to arrest the goddess for kidnapping us?
I say that you have that honor, my friend. Please step right ahead.
Zale?
Blue dude, Azurix is the one who brought it up. I'm
What
asking if he is. You're the cleric.
What?
I don't know. Do you care about law?
Does it help me in any way, shape, or form?
Well, if he tries to arrest the Raven Queen, it will likely result in a significant puddle of blood, which mildly pleases Tempest.
I mean, I don't think I'd try to arrest someone who's that far off. Plus, I'm a warrior, not a cop. I mean, you know, I'm not even a city guard. Come on. Freaking scout. Go out and explore the enemy line. I don't have time to arrest people. And right now, I'm on a serious quest after getting kidnapped on my time off. I mean...
Anyways, Zale, if you would do the recap.
Right, so, mother of all my flipping nightmares, we are in the goddamn Shadowfell. The gods alone know why we're out here. One moment, I'm enjoying this right old boring playhouse production, and next, I'm freezing my stubby little tail off in the Raven bitch's domain. Something, trials free and all that tripe. Fought off a couple of pop star wannabe type undead. Met a right reasonable fella with my own withered face on him and all. And made our way through a bleeding maze of ice and cold. Only question I got is this. When the hell can I go home?
Is your tail stubby because the rest of it got cut off?
No, actually, it's been that way since the moment of my birth, if you must know.
Oh.
Why, is your brain small because it got scooped out by an ice cream scoop?
That doesn't even make sense.
It makes perfect sense in the logic of
can't-
some. Just have to accept it.
Anyways,
Anything comes to that?
let's see if Shenzi pops in. I hope she does. Jax went to get her now, so
Attempted kidnapping, I've already explained it as best I can, guys.
it's not attempted kidnapping when, you actually got kidnapped.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's not attempted kidnapping if you succeed.
I thought well, she's not here yet, so we don't know if the kidnapping was successful or not.
Oh, you're talking about her.
Yeah, we're kidnapping her from wherever she's doing right now.
I thought you were kidnapped by the Raven Queen and dragged to her realm in the frozen
aside from
wastes
that,
of
kidnapping.
Litherna.
That would imply that he's a child, which, in the eyes of a warrior, would be a grave insult.
I mean, if you want to get technical, yes, we have been kidnapped.
It was by request, though. It was a sanctioned kidnapping.
Wait, we've got those things? I want some.
Hello, Gaming Malamut. Thank you very much for the follow, and... Sorry, I just noticed what Drax said here. So you're the only one awake, and she's refusing to get up. Ah, crap. She said she would be here. And we really can't run this without her. Oh well, the show must go on. Who's up for a foray into Zim's playground?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, I mean, you do get a choice.
Last time we were there, we had to play games and kill people.
You know, the way you're phrasing that makes it look and sound like it's actually fun.
Right.
Oh, but it's lots of fun, depending on your position. I mean, I think it's a load of fun.
I would like to point out how biased that may or may not be to the court of the people.
Hey there, Dega. Welcome to the stream. And by the way, Gaming Malamut, welcome to the tribe. I am... Alright, Drax. Thank you much. Alright,
None shall see me. Though
Oh,
they
yay.
give me away.
You know, technically, we haven't even started yet.
Hey, I'm okay with ethereal influence anytime. Bueasels has A rolled-up newspaper conjures above Zale's head and baps him for that savage brain-scooping comment.
Take it. Though I will note that, not being a squirrel, my weakness is not rolled up newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
It is only normally effective.
I am going to step away for just a moment, and then we will get started, whether Shenzi's here or not. I made the mistake of trying to replace the coil on my vape, and now my hands are covered in juice.
Juicy.
Haha.
You're juicy now. Congratulations.
He's lost in the bong water.
How does it feel to be a juicy boy?
That sounds wrong.
I didn't say it. You did.
I have to agree there, you're the one whose mind went to a dirty place.
Oh, we have activity from a Shenzi.
No, Titus. No, doggy.
Do we have activity from her?
Yeah, she just typed something.
Oh. How badly is she going to castrate all of us?
Oh no.
She likes Zale. I think I'm safe.
I think I'm safe too.
Oh, okay. It's nothing. She's not angry, I think.
I don't know, that could be a set of glaring eyes. Or it could be a wide-awake owly face. Take your pick. But choose wisely, because if you're wrong, it's definitely going to be the angry one.
The problem here is that without her, you guys get to request a boon of the Master of Fate. And if I let all of you choose, you're going home.
Well, I might be going home with a bit more than just what's in my pockets right now, but yeah, that would be my choice.
I don't think a single one of you would stay here.
Nope. I have no reason to be here. And I've already been despaired into knowing that this place is stupidly bad for me, so.
I have to agree with Blue. Those are pretty much my same exact reasons. I have more important stuff like decoding what the primordial orb is saying and getting to the Great Glacier to find out the truth of mine and Tayto's relationship.
I'd rather that remain a mystery forever.
Unfortunately,
No,
the
we're
fans
finding
really
it
want
now.
to know.
No,
The
Titus,
fans
get out
really
there.
want to know whether Tayto is somehow related to Elysian.
Which
You
would be
know,
grandson.
Tell you what, I will personally offer you a choice and ask for substantiation of it. You can either have Tayto as your grandfather or Zale for your brother.
Take
I
your
would-
brother. How does you...
I would like
Wait,
to
this is-
point out that you can request to see a dead loved one.
Yes, it is within the power of she whose realm we visit.
Next thing I know, we're all going to be somehow related to each other.
I'm gonna.
I can make that
I-
happen.
Don't.
Zale is an orphan. I actually don't know if he has any living family.
We are not related in any way, shape, or form, as far as I know.
But Tayto's grandma isn't dead?
No,
No.
but you can try
fine.
Well, she could
requesting.
be the key. If we take a quest to go and seek her out and ask just how many of us are cousins or siblings,
We don't have to.
legitimate half siblings.
We don't have to go to the Great Glacier. That's kind of a hike. We can just send a message. You know, there are courier systems.
Yeah, but going in person is just all that extra special bit.
Yeah, I have to agree with Zale.
I mean, she's the matriarch of the whole family now, so. But what you could try, Tayto, is requesting to see your grandfather.
But
I've
his
never
grandfather-
cared. I have never cared until this year.
I'm just saying. Sorry, guys, we're really just biding our time and twiddling our thumbs until Shenzi gets in here.
Twiddle, twiddle, twiddle.
And now my headset's messing up. God damn it!
Haha.
Did it recover? I think it recovered.
Well, I can hear you if that was the concern.
I figured you could hear me. We heard from her on Discord. Where is she?
I don't know.
Somewhere over the rainbow. I don't know.
Maybe she's got to deal with Hellion.
Maybe she passed out again already.
Or she's getting her equipment set up so she can join us properly instead of screaming into a laptop mic.
Drax, would you go check? Please. Meanwhile, we do have ethereal influences to go over, so I will go ahead and take care of those real quick.
No, the newspaper was already used. You don't need to go through that one again.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Drax.
instead go for the 80-page magazine.
What are you on about?
Gotta be honest, magazines are a bit stiffer, so there's not as much snap when they hit you. They're not so bad.
Ethereal influence.
Of course, you've got all the pretty pictures, so if you nick it from the guy after they're done, you know, that's fun.
So I realized a problem when I set this up. Well, at least Weasel's put in that he's a black tabaxi. But, yeah, I didn't put in what race they should be. So...
GG, everyone.
Oops. I guess I'll have to come back to the Adventurers Guild stuff.
Can I make an adventurer?
What?
We're hiring an adventurer now.
You're a senior adventurer. Why would you want to be a junior?
I'm kidding.
How badly is she going to rip our heads off, Drax?
It's going to be kind of a quick corkscrew, not a lot of pain, or that jerky side to side with the neck snapping and the flesh ripping.
I do like the neck snapping.
That's a scale of 1 for the corkscrew, 10 for the neck snappy, rip, fleshy. Somewhere along there.
Oh, she's gonna absolutely murder us.
Give me a comment. Can I infer that you sent a string of mentions and text in her direction? Or similar
No.
such proddings?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And there, if she decides to try and rip the party a new one, that would be metagaming. So, I think we're more concerned about our real life,
Here's the
actual
thing of it,
bodies.
Shenzi is legitimately insane. Breaking the fourth wall is kind of a hand-in-hand superpower for that handicap.
It is.
A magical potter? Really,
Yeah, his
Neon?
name's Harry.
Okay, what do these magical pots do? Hey, look, it's a Shenzi.
Well, guys,
They
I've waited.
curse anybody who sees them who is wearing a green hat to immediately attempt to break the pot.
Well, everyone
Regardless of any legal reciprocations doing so would cause.
Hi, Shenzi.
Were
I
you napping, Shenzi?
was.
It's okay, in your
Sorry.
absence, we lost all sense of decorum, and honestly, you don't want to know where that went.
Yep. You should see the chat.
I
They're so bored
really
with us.
do know.
They're bored with us. Look at the chat. It's just like them, like complaining about you not being here, saying we need you here in order to keep us at bay.
Yeah, we're pretty awful when you're not here. So anyway, shall we get started?
No,
Jeez, half an hour in and we're just now getting started.
no,
Are you ready, Shenzi?
no.
Getting everything loaded.
Well, you don't need to load anything up, you just need to be on voice at the moment, but...
Jackson,
keep getting loaded up.
Nope.
Drax, normally it wouldn't be, but I will say that's enough.
Then, if we had left you, if we had done this without you, Shinji, we would have all went home, and you would have been like, "The fuck happened?" Raw.
Yeah, that was
Fire
kind of the
everything.
problem. That was kind of the problem. It's like, okay, so they're all gonna get a boon, and
Oh,
they're all
but
going to
Ronco,
collectively
right
be
now.
like, they're all
But if
collectively,
you could fill my pockets with gold before you send me off, that would be
None
glorious.
shall see me.
basically.
Though my battle cry may give me away.
Shenzi,
Hmm?
Shinji.
Bueasels has given you a nice cream with a compliment saying you are looking great today.
Aww. I'm feeling emotional now.
Yes, use your emotions.
Anyways,
Ocean Lord.
let's get started. Vorkessis stands before you, A pale blue-skinned creature dressed in armor. It turns out the robe you thought he wore before was actually large leathery wings stretching from under his shoulder plates and back. The hall is cold, but not as cold as the trial areas, lit by a muted light with no apparent source. The Exarch wheezes out a heavy sigh as he speaks again. Welcome, fated travelers. I am Vorkessus, Exarch of Her Holiness, the Raven Queen, and Master of Fate. Your faith and determination have led you to me. You may request one boon of me for passing my trials. But first, I invite you to my table to dine.
Oh, actually, I was actually quite starving. See, they didn't serve anything but these little slices of cheese at the playhouse, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not overly fond of that stuff.
Food sounds great right now.
I could eat.
The eyeless creature
What you
seems
got?
to stare at you, regardless of his lack of them. The icy halo around his head sparkling slightly in the light. He walks out from behind the altar he was at and starts walking past you, heading toward silver inlaid doors at the other end of the chamber. Beyond was a slightly warmer room with blazing fires and 4 fireplaces amidst the wall. A large table was set up with a strange feast of intermingled delicacies. I'm afraid I do not know what passes for a good feast among you mortals, but come and sit. The food is edible and should at least still delight. It may be the last hot meal you have for a while. He, of
For a
course,
while?
takes a seat. Well, you are in a frozen wasteland.
You're not going to send us back to where we were after this.
That depends on the boon you request.
Lysian would go over and take a seat, sighing a little bit.
And the rest of you?
Guessing we have
There's a dish of fresh fruit. Zale will grab a piece of that, but he's not sitting in a chair.
What kind of food even passes as food in a place like this?
The table is filled with foods both bizarre and faintly familiar. The more familiar is along the lines of something passed down from a great-grandmother or before, but nothing necessarily current. Despite this, the warmth and the smells are enticing, and you collectively let out a breath you didn't realize you were holding. A welcome relaxation from the stresses of this frozen land.
Guys, I think this is still a trial.
No, this is not a trial.
I don't believe you, voice in my head.
Zale's state whispers to Tayto. When a god offers you food, it's rude to disincline.
Oh no, I plan on eating the food. I just still think we're in a trial.
I know better than to actually go against this sort of thing, especially since the place leading up to this was a bit of a hellstorm. Just gonna sit down, wait patiently.
The food is already out. He gestures for you all to dig in. He does grab his own and begins to dig in.
Yeah, I'll eat. I don't know what I'm eating, but I'll eat it.
Elysian would.
I'm
Can I
gonna
inquire
channel...
about the menu at least? Inquire what's being served?
Food.
Yeah, can you make up silly names for these foods?
Thanks.
Elysian would start eating with his fork and knife slowly.
You gotta pick a random food from Chowder. Remember Chowder?
Yes, I remember the show.
I don't even remember the food names. Oh, I remember one. It's ice cream, and that's it. They were
Yeah.
all too silly.
We got some meddled eggs here, some froggy apple crumple thumpkin,
Oh, my goodness.
a clabbage cobbler, wonton bombs.
Oh god.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of good.
No,
There
you don't
are-
want the wonton bombs.
You have cheese rolls with a filling of nuts, honey, and vegetables. Beef in ginger and cinnamon. Roasted and smoked pork spare ribs. Apple stuffed mushrooms. Chicken liver pate, or pate, however it's said. And bread. Garlic and basil leg of lamb. Braised minotaur tail with mushrooms. Honey glazed
No,
carrots
Mr.
and
Tilly.
parsnips. Mutton, lettuce, and tomato. Smoked fresh trout fillets.
Filet mignon.
Basilisk knuckle roasted in beer. Ettercap claws with melted butter. Dragon turtle and garlic stew.
Wait,
Grilled
cats
fil-
have claws?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Grilled fillet of salmon. And to drink for all of you, we have Fallen wine, Fennel ale, vodka, Dwarven spirits, Invidian ale, Irvonic lager, Quillen wine, Thanok ale, Heron wine, Colonic ale, and Karukan ale.
I'm going to have the
That's-
turtle soup and the Karukan ale because it has an interesting name.
That's a lot of fancy words.
Well, you guys wanted a menu, so you got a menu.
This was silly because it's like I was expecting things that were barely even food,
Mhm.
and you served us an entire restaurant,
He's a
freaking
god, I
French
won't do that.
bistro here.
Not just any restaurant, the really, really high class one, where if you don't even act right, you get kicked out of.
Yeah, and if you have to look at the prices of the food, then you're in the wrong place.
A lot of these are rather expensive. Like the Ettercap claws, those are 11 gold pieces. Normally,
Yeah, see?
you get it for free.
I don't know, man. I like it. I'll sit down and eat. I'm just gonna have a little bit of everything. Sampler platter. And
As
I
the,
remark, will the matron be joining us?
Though my battle cry may give me away.
Well, first off, we have Ethereal Influence. There is also a dispenser for Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You don't know
Are
what it
you
is,
kidding me?
but it sounds absolutely wonderful.
Listen, okay, Mountain Dew it's freaking radioactive. Have you ever looked at Mountain Dew? I mean, really looked at it? You know, at least when I get Sprite, it's only the bottle that's green. But Mountain Dew? No. The liquid is green. It is radioactive. It even looks like it's
The
glowing.
liquid is actually yellow. I have to correct you on that. It only
It's
looks
like a
green.
greenish yellow.
It's
Not to
a
mention the-
very palish yellow. It's
Not to mention the Baja Blast is actually blue.
None shall see me.
It is.
Though my battle cry may give me
Have
away.
you
I
never
also
had
don't know what
Baja
that
Blast?
is, so I'm just going to
Oh
avoid
my
it.
god.
What's
Oh
up,
my
Shenzi?
The fact that he doesn't know what Baja Blast is.
Me?
That
No,
just
I know
sounds
what it
like
is.
liquid
Elysian
drain
doesn't.
cleaner.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, I know what it is. Elysian does not, and so he's going to avoid it because
I
it
didn't
looks
say
weird.
that.
And the
didn't say-
labels are the label for it is too colorful
okay.
and bright.
Although that
Now
does
then,
remind
let
me,
me-
I've got this lovely ale I can use to wash down this salmon. It would go
BT
perfectly
dubs.
with it.
Let me enlighten you. It's actually Mountain Dew is the yellowish green substance. Baja Blast is the bluish green substance.
There is another dish on the table as well. Salted, sauteed, blind dog, I think he meant to say blink dog tongues.
I'll try the tongues.
I didn't know tongue of a blink dog could be eaten. Tayto writes this note down. Collect blink dog tongues.
The hell
I'm
is a
gonna try it.
blink dog?
A
It's a
blink
monster
dog?
that phases in and out in any given round and is very, very difficult to hit.
Yeah, so it's a very hearty meal.
Draxian, thank
I
you
don't
very
think-
much for those 5 bits.
I don't think Zale would in character say round when talking about
Azeroth.
our rounds of combat.
Mm-hmm.
When you place it in your mouth, it blinks right into your stomach.
That's creepy.
That's
but kinda
creepy.
Also, no, that was not in Zale's character.
It just couldn't wait to enter your stomach. Tato was about to answer in person.
Cool. I didn't know I was eating
character,
something
though.
that was heavily into lore.
As the dinner proceeds, the Master of Fate inquires on stories of your travels.
What would you like to know?
Please, tell me everything. You see, we don't
Not-
often get very many, living visitors here. So do share.
Like most adventures, they start in a bar.
Go on.
I honestly forget how we started off.
No,
It's
no,
been
shit,
so
I'm pretty
long
sure I
already.
met hold of you in a bar, so that sounds right.
I kind of started this party a little late, so I don't know. I don't know how.
Yeah, we just kind of travel together and we do stuff. It's so hard to explain all this.
If it's any consolation, we kind of have been forced to travel together as we had no real choice in the matter. But yes, we travel.
And we kill things, usually evil things that are plotting evil things to do to the world.
Usually,
Like,
Well, I mean, evil is subjective and relative, both. So, you know,
That. But for most intents and purposes and most people's definitions of evil, they are evil creatures we defeat.
we dismantled 2 evil cults that were planning to destroy the world. And a...
no, they was planning to take over the world and terraform it to their preferences, bit different.
I mean, yeah, destroy, terraform,
No, it's all about the semantics. If they was trying to destroy the world, they just, you know, get rid of it,
Potato,
which is
potato.
rather bad for everybody involved. Never made sense to me.
let's see, we killed a Medusa that was terrorizing a bunch of dwarves.
Yeah, all that we was
And
very
saved
grateful
the
for us
little
doing that.
girl's father in the process.
We saved someone's dad. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, we did that on purpose? I thought that was an accident. Never mind.
Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the creature you guys fought to clear my town.
We
cool.
killed a lich that was having an entire town enthralled
Oh yeah, that was
to
fun.
have a bloodbath every night and then be reborn. And some of their souls, every time they died, would go to the lich.
You didn't mention the worst and best part, though.
I don't want to talk about the Furby organ. Okay? That was scary.
Yeah.
That was seriously. I'm trained to fight big bad monsters, and that was horrifying.
now this sounds
was.
interesting. Please do go on.
Okay.
Let's have the person who actually played the organ talk about
Oh,
it.
my battle cry may give me away.
I don't think you want to
Shenzi.
hear us celebrated.
That would be Shenzi.
I don't think you want to hear a celebrated tale of how cute.
What?
Also, thanks to both Draxian and Neon, there is a tray filled with large mugs of butter beer for this meal.
I don't know what butterbeer is.
I don't either, but they wanted it added.
How do you not know what butterbeer is?
I don't
If there
drink
wasn't
alcohol.
an ass hat, I'd be drinking it. So.
No, it's
Best of
from
all-
Harry Potter.
Butterball. I'll have some of that butterbeer.
My
I will have all the butterbeer.
my grandmother believed that it was evil and forbade me from reading those books, and I just never got around to reading them again.
Oh,
But they are on the list.
My
I
list is
found
long.
that.
How about yours?
I know why I didn't know it. Butterbeer was served in cold balls and hot and foaming tankards. It is sold at the Three Broomsticks and the Hogshead. It's a Harry Potter thing.
No, Weasels, this is not the filler episode. Though, I mean, we could go ahead and make it one.
No.
I would require a sizable donation to do that, personally.
So, Shenzi,
But
I
not-
hear that you played this Furry organ.
Yeah, and I made some new friends when I did it.
Do elaborate.
Well, I figured out how to play it, and I turned a bunch of the skeletons to our friends to fight on our side to kill the other skeletons. And then I found out that it was the the
Phylactery.
that thingy, and we destroyed it.
Which was a right shame, I will mention. I could have found a buyer for that, and the price would have been stellar.
While our fight was happening with this lich, topside, he was commanding an army of undead to attack several cities.
And we were able to watch it on a giant projection somehow. That was really interesting, I must add. But
Yeah, magic is bullshit.
yeah, magic is bullshit, indeed. But as someone who wields it, I must admit it's
Well,
fun.
actually, I'm aware of a couple of spells that use bullshit as a component for the... Oh, never mind.
Don't you mean batshit?
No, I mean bullshit.
Oh, wow.
No, guano
But
isn't
guano
used
is,
very
a
often.
key element for fireballs.
What about you, old timer? You got any tales?
I have heard a few tales over the years.
No, I don't mean tales that you've heard, but stuff that you've lived through. Well, maybe not live, but... Actually, no. Do you remember your life before undead? Undeath?
Who
I mean,
said I am
technically,
undead?
Oh. My mistake.
By the way, I do have a picture of him,
Yeah, please
albeit,
show that.
I did?
No, I said please show that.
Oh, okay. Let me add it to the stream. It is poor quality, but it's the best I've got available. Putting it in Discord as well.
Sweet.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh,
Oh.
If anybody would like to claim they have lost their appetite upon seeing this, I
Yeah.
encourage it.
No, thank you.
no, I'm still hungry.
I think I can eat a whole dongo now.
Tell us about you. I forgot your name already. Do you have a
Wait.
nickname? Do you have a smaller name I can call you?
He does not seem pleased at that statement.
Let's just refer to him as his proper title.
I
Well-
wasn't here to hear what that was.
What was it again? Exarch, right?
Vorkesis.
Vorkesis.
Oh. We
My
forgot
apologies.
one more part of the undead story.
Mm.
So all of us lost a part of our soul, and so now there's scripted versions of us running around. Which is lovely. We had to go track them down. We killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh yes, so the Raven Queen is aware of that. She is not pleased.
We'll happily go kill them for her.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta take responsibilities even though we're not the one who summoned the undead.
Fair enough.
So, Vorkessis, I'm sorry. Tell us about you.
I serve as gatekeeper to the land of Latherna, the Raven Queen's domain. I have...
That's where we are right now.
Okay, no.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much for interrupting me.
Yeah, no, sorry, they're quite slow. It's necessary sometimes.
I've noticed that they are rather,
Dullard. Yes, we are.
yes, that.
We're smart enough to admit that, though.
Sometimes I feel like I
Right.
I have to agree. I have no idea where we've ended up till now.
All I've known so far is that it's colder than where I grew up, and that's the coldest place on the planet. So,
All I can tell you is the feeling of despair that's still welling within us all.
I don't feel that.
The food is making me get rid of my despair. Food's really good.
Yeah, having a full stomach definitely does a number against despair. Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh, yes. I figured you could use a reprieve before continuing.
There's more.
Intermission.
Can I ask exactly what are you? Like, not your title, but like species.
Does it really matter? Does it really matter at this point?
I am the first...
Just for curious.
I am the first Sorrowsworn.
Sorrowsworn. Okay, that's cool. I like the name.
He simply nods to that.
What should we know about the Raven Queen before we meet her?
Do not threaten her.
That's
She
easy.
has no interest in the petty squabbling of mortals.
Oh, how I wish that was true.
We squabble a lot, so yeah, that's fine. Everything. I can't talk. Anything else we should avoid?
Oh, looking at her boobs, I'd avoid that.
By chance, do you have any spare clothing? Something that would be more fitting of this area?
Well, you already have good clothing. As for other supplies, I will provide you with some.
Wait, did I already get my stuff back? I thought I rolled badly.
Oh, gold is
Oh,
necessary to my survival on a day-to-day, by-day basis. If you could toss some my way, that would be wonderful.
Even though he doesn't have eyes, you can feel the eye roll.
It's like he is done with your.
Or
Shit.
not. I mean, I'll get by. I've got some in my pockets I can make good with. Yeah.
Blue Dude, your equipment is returned to you.
Do you have a favorite food, Exarch?
I enjoy many things. Though I do find the... No, I'm not gonna go that route.
Well,
The flesh of seal.
You were in the middle of voicing for this guy and then stopped.
He literally said, "I'm not going that route, dude." Obviously, he was not going to continue what he was saying.
Oh,
Did you miss that part?
yes.
How? It was immediately after.
I do enjoy the
Souls,
succulent
crunchy
taste
souls.
of a freshly born soul. The smaller ones are the best.
Okay, can I ask you to stop before I upchuck my food? The very, very good food you have provided for us, and I
Now,
thank you
I
for
would
it.
actually like you to continue because it sounds like relevant information that might benefit me in the future.
What, you mean... what?
Ask him when
You tell-
you're alone. I don't want to hear this.
You say the littlest souls, and I'm thinking, what, like, ants? Ant
No.
souls.
Children.
So, do you have some service in which I can, shall we say, offer these tidbits?
You gonna offer him children?
The
Or
Raven
never put any
Queen
option on the
already... The Raven Queen already owns all souls.
All? Like-
Yes.
Tayto is just looking so confused. What about the other gods? Like, doesn't Groomsh own orc souls?
All that pass come here.
Oh.
They come to Fate's palace, and they are the domain of the Raven Queen.
And what do the souls do after they come here?
They are sent on. The inner workings of the deities are not for your mortal mind to comprehend, though, I'm afraid.
That's what a lot of deities say.
No, trust me when I say this, Tayto, you don't want to know this one.
Well, he said I couldn't comprehend it anyway. So, chances are him telling me would probably send me into madness or something.
Yes, exactly.
Madness would be the reprieve.
I mean, technically, we're all mad, just in our little different ways. Especially Shenzi.
Exactly,
What?
Neon. I like that explanation. The Raven Queen is the banker in Soul Monopoly.
Uh,
The only
Anyways.
problem I have with it is that we never rotate who's banker.
Shall we proceed?
Sure.
The dinner goes well. A nice conversation. You all feel very relaxed. The food is delicious, and all of you are able to find something to enjoy from the table. After eating his fill, the Exarch sits back. I, of course, know what brought you here, and what you seek. Your fate is clear to me. With every fate, there are twists and turns. One way you can succeed, another choice that can lead you to despair. The future is as set in stone as it is a winding and forking river. You okay?
Yeah, but
I have one question for you, Exarch.
Yes.
Does multiverse theory exist?
Considering there are multiple planes of existence already?
Does that mean, then, that you are, when you see someone's fate, are you perhaps seeing them in another plane of existence?
Did you
Another
forget that I do not have
alternate.
eyes?
Oh,
How am
when
I
say
to see?
When I say see, I meant like with your powers of seeing the fates.
I understand. Everything is interconnected. Everything is one. In character, your character would have no idea about multiverse theories.
Are you sure?
You know what? Give me an intelligence roll.
Fine.
Considering they didn't even think of concepts like that at this point in time.
It's just a theory. A game theory.
Kick.
Don't advertise non-related.
Kick.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Your path ahead of you is paved with choices, riveted with difficulties, especially if you wish to obtain the contract. That said, while you have passed my trials, the Raven Queen must challenge you as well. Now, before we continue, what is the boon you ask of me? He turns his head towards Shenzi in particular.
I would like to buy out a small portion of Zale's contract.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Zale's got no idea in character what, about this plan, does he?
Nope.
Wait, is that possible?
I don't think anybody in character knows about this plan.
So nobody so far has had any idea why you're there.
Wait, that's why we're here? Just... Taylor, like, just pinches the bridge of his snoot. Okay.
Why does the team teleport to a other dimensional realm of gods to get to the other side?
How much would it cost to leave him here?
It sounds like these where a bad pun is worth it. It breaks the tension. Jeez, don't they teach you anything in military school?
To leave him here, you will have to kill
any
him.
sort of formal education, my friend. That is laughable.
I don't prejudge, or at least I try not to.
No, so you've got to make judgments about everybody you meet, otherwise you won't know how to interact with them.
Vorkessis nods to Shenzi. Travel to Fate's palace, the seat of the Raven Queen's power. It will be roughly 3 days' travel. I have had some supplies gathered and made ready for your departure. I bid you well, and know that fate is on your side. He stands and walks to the other end of the hall, gesturing towards much larger doors. There is ice underneath the door frame, showing, you know, it's presumably opening to the outside.
Thank you. Well, I get up and go. Well, okay, I refill my butterbeer first, and then I go.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and have a butterbeer on the way out.
I am chugging the
Actually,
butterbeer.
if we're going to be traveling for a few days, I think Zale's wrapping some of that salmon to go.
I've already taken more tongues. Let's just face fact. Those tongues are good.
You didn't even get to taste them.
Listen here. They were the best thing ever. You don't doubt what I've experienced in my mouth, gosh darn it.
Neon, it is Blink Dog, not Blind Dog. Blink. Anyways. outside, you find a pallet laden with supplies. Just about anything you could need in this frozen wasteland is here. There are multiple bundles of firewood. You have a few more mundane supplies. There are also a couple of potions of healing.
I'll definitely take those.
Presumably we're taking all of it.
So, Azeroth, did you ever get to change your pants?
Yeah, so they got new clothes.
Yes, his equipment was returned to him. There are basically, you guys at this point may go through, be reasonable about it,
Grab
but
some torches, refill our arrows, grab some
Yes.
lanterns maybe, some lantern oil.
let me put it this way. In the adventuring gear table, in the library, you may spend up to 20 gold pieces on supplies found there.
Is that each or in total?
Each. You do not get to keep anything that's extra.
Damn it.
Let's take a look. Do I need anything?
You're gonna need firewood. You will probably need rope. Things like shovels and
I still have my
lanterns and
I-
so
I-
on.
Lanterns I could use.
I have
Torches.
magical spells that let me grant light to things.
But it doesn't give
I
you...
think we might need an abacus. Anybody else want an abacus?
I'd like some of those health potions.
There are
Is it
three...
abacus or abacus?
There are three
Depends on
potions...
how you're pronouncing it.
There are 3 potions of healing. Who will take those?
Me!
All 3?
The squishiest of the party, which is Elysian, Shenzi, and probably Zale.
That sounds fair.
Alright,
one
go
for
ahead
each
and
of us.
add those to yourselves. I, again, would recommend that you guys take this seriously because it is 3 days of traveling through a frozen wasteland that even Tayto can feel the cold.
Yeah,
So
so I
wait.
definitely think that one of our stronger members should grab some firewood because we're going to need the warmth.
Let's let the four-legged one grab all the firewood then. So obviously-
Query. Is a map available?
The Exarch will give you a map, yes.
Thank you. The
Buizels,
only
thank you
boon
very
I want. Sorry, go ahead.
Buizels, thank you very much for that donation of $6. I will allow the Tensor's floating disc spell. However, I'm not going to let it bring the entire palette with them. Actually, you know what? For the donation, sure. It will bring the entire palette with them, so they will have access to things that they need. It will be
Thank you,
on...
Buizel!
It will
I'm
be...
sorry, what did you do with Tensor's herniating disc?
What?
It is a floating disc that carries things and just automatically follows.
That's cool. And what does the Exarch have to say about that?
He doesn't really seem to care.
Cool.
As
You know,
supplies
my
are...
boon is... Okay, never mind.
There is one boon for the group.
Oh, okay. The only boon I would have wanted was for you to have a good day.
Question. So are we considered to having a long rest so I can...
Yes, you did receive a long rest after the meal. Not the full 8 hours, but you know, you get the long
Effects
rest
thereof
effect.
from magical ingestion of magical godly food.
So my HP is no longer at 2.
I will apply it.
Thank you.
As the supplies are being gathered and loaded onto the disc, Shenzi, you are spoken to in your mind. Tread carefully.
tickles.
What?
I said, that tickles.
Tread carefully, unwitting servant of Orcus. The Raven Queen does not take kindly to those who would wrench the dead from their eternal rest. Those souls belong to her, and should you take them, her wrath will be swift and final.
No making friends here. Apparently.
Don't take my souls!
Don't make undead friends here, baby.
I don't take souls. I just, raise bodies. There's no soul in there.
Don't.
Except
break.
the soul you put in there with your love and kindness.
No, they don't have souls.
So do I ever get to find out what this horn that Neon gave me does?
Blow it. Blow it,
Dude,
we should
he
all
gave me
learn.
a novel.
That's allowed. I've always been restricted in my word count.
It is strictly, it is a freaking novel that does, I don't even know what.
Wait, the novel, or is it a horn?
A novel describing this horn.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even approved of it yet, Neon. But yes, go ahead and send it to her. We'll use those for now, and I may have to make adjustments.
Blow it. Blow it immediately.
It just
Don't
comes
even
out like
read.
that.
Just blow it.
Shenzi, do you respond?
Yeah.
Shenzi?
What?
You were spoken to.
Yeah, I just got a novel. I see exactly what you mean. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, somebody spoke to me in my mind and told me to not be me.
It was the Exarch.
Just-
You do know that.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Tayto will just give a thumbs up.
Tayto didn't hear this.
Oh, never mind. I thought Shenzi told the party.
No.
No, I'm just too lazy to copy and paste and type out responses and such. At the same time as Shenzi's mental conversation, Zale, you also hear a private message in your mind.
Ooh, bugger me.
You've done well. The Raven Queen is pleased with your dedication, but she warns you, do not entertain bids. Your fate is to serve, and she would not be pleased to have you leave.
I will take and accept no blame for that particular interaction. I know it was more interesting than what we was watching at the time, so, I might have entertained it just a bit as a sort of a thought gem, if you will. Just see what kind of road you could lead down. Nothing personal or seriously intensified and all that.
You know that she knows what you think.
Really, because yeah, I've got to be honest, I don't know what I think half the time.
Do not fail the Raven Queen.
Yeah, no, see, I'll get that. Yeah, I'll do, honestly. And thank you for the, yeah.
What is it the Raven Queen wants with the rest of us, though?
Look at the spells while I'm at
She dragged you here as support. The party. It's really more that you got dragged here because I didn't want to do multiple weeks of sessions and not have you along.
In other words, plot device, Mr. Frodo. Plot device.
Yeah, sure.
Tayto was in character asking the Exarch.
Oh, okay. I really hate you right now.
You could have said
For
that.
their part in slaying the lich.
You all assisted with slaying the King in Copper.
You chucked
And
that out.
therefore, you have all earned this meeting.
Do you know anything about the King in Copper that we killed?
I know enough.
What about the bands that he left behind on Shenzi?
Shenzi is aware of what they do. There is nothing harmful about them.
That's good.
Yet.
No Lich King Mark II.
To be fair, I don't think
Actually,
Shenzi would ever get to that point.
I don't know, Shenzi might very well already be wanting to become Lich King Mark II, but that's beside the point. It won't be because of these bands.
Friends. So many friends at once.
I mean, at least she'll be a nicer Lich Queen.
Except the process of becoming a lich is destructive of the soul.
And technically, she'd want you dead before you'd become her friend, so there is the whole killing you first part that she would invoke every time.
Yep. Oops.
I'm wondering if it's okay for me to change my spells up now, or do I?
You may change your spells. As a cleric, anytime you have a long rest, you can do so.
Just gotta make sure I have the right ones. So I'm fiddling with it.
As you all set out, laden with supplies for a cold journey through a land void of life and hope, you notice quickly that there are skeletons following you. Keeping their distance, but a large number you're unable to determine. Approaching them causes them to retreat from you. They do not engage, but seem to only be observing you.
No comments from the peanut gallery now.
Tayto will just wave at them, but beyond that, if they're not going to bother us, we're not going to bother.
Shenzi stepped away. This is really bothersome. Well, the peanut gallery has spoken up.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Where's the thing? The little guide thing that lets me pull up all the spells again.
Bottom right, library.
Library. There we go. Thank you. Looking really hard. Oh, no. No. What are you doing to me? So, there we go.
A frozen wasteland. Actually, you know what? We will take a break real quick. Give Shenzi some time to get back. Sorry we've been less active than usual, everyone, on stream, but we'll get through this. And we will be right back.
We'll get through it together.
We're all in this together. Watch it now.
And hello, everyone. We are back. Sorry about that. Needed Shenzi here. Still. I will repeat what I
What
last...
did I do?
You dragged the entire party here.
No, that was you.
No, it was her. That's what you don't realize, is that it was all her. Shenzi is really the guiding force for you all to be even here.
Well, I would like to think I've got something to do with it, but in general principle, I agree.
As you all set out, laden with supplies for a cold journey through a land void of life and hope, you notice quickly that there are skeletons following you. Keeping their distance, but a large number you're unable to determine. Approaching them causes them to retreat from you. They do not engage, but seem to only be observing you. Beat that for Shenzi, who wasn't here. Is she here now?
Shenzi smiles at the skeletons.
Okay. They do not respond. A frozen wasteland of tundra, stunted trees, and shattered crags stretch as far as the eye can see. A colossal, shallow valley spreads out before you, looking like something that might have been caused by glacial activity. This area seems anomalous against the backdrop of mountains that ring it to the north and east. Far above the valley floor, processions of disembodied spirits spiral toward Fate's palace, far to the south. Every so often, one falls away from the stream. The lost soul plummets to the ground like a shooting star, followed shortly by ghostly howls of terror as dark shapes move toward it. These dark shapes move silently across the snow, occasionally moving closer to you, only to be set upon by dozens of skeletons far from you, but within view. Your undead entourage stays close to you throughout the first day of bleak travel through this deeply cold land. I will need you all to confirm your party formation. In the upper right, you'll see the 3 icons. Is anybody there?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm following.
I am. I'm in the middle of a diaper change, though.
Party sheets.
Tayto, are you
Oh,
there?
no.
Oh, I've actually never seen this before.
Yep. Party sheets. I can't put my character on there. Do I just select this one?
Oh, I did not know that. Thank you, Boo Easels. He didn't mark himself AFK as normal.
Oh, party sheet. Okay.
Yeah. Party sheet in. Yep. The little 3 heads, and then underneath inventory it says order. But I can't place or do anything with my character, so.
And
Double
I
click.
need.
It's
Why
the
did
trick.
those shank?
Because we are awesome, Shenzi and I.
Windows,
They're an importance to this story.
Double click what exactly?
What
Your
are you
icon.
talking about?
Okay. I'm on the party sheet. I'm double clicking my little icon on the bottom left because I'm the last
You
name
don't
here.
double click anything.
Oh, okay, so it was entirely coincidental that Zale showed up when I did.
Well, then how is everyone blinking on and off right now is beyond me.
Presumably
I'm
because
putting
they're
them
being
on there.
added.
Okay, doke. Mystery solved.
Elysian, what did you do?
What do you mean?
I put you on here, but you're gone.
I'm back.
Yeah, because I just added you again.
Oh.
Diamond.
Is anyone else having audio cut in and out?
Oh, no.
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 I think it's just you, Shenzi. Alright, so arrange yourselves as you would be, with the top being the front. Anybody gonna do anything?
That's funny. Should I really be that far in the
party
back?
sheet.
I do it. It's on the top right with the 3 heads and the eye. Click on it, and then underneath inventory and that tab, you go order. Click.
This tab
Oh
sheet
my
is like on
God.
the right.
I feel I should be moved further up.
Well, you
Mid-row.
can move yourself.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I last up on time for trying to. Unfortunately, me not being frontline. I don't think you should be frontline, Shenzi.
But there's so many
Shenzi is determined.
skeletons she can wave too. How about we go with the double column formation then?
Nim will always be in front of Shenzi. He won't let you go in front. Regardless of how determined you are.
You really shouldn't be in front, Shenzi. Can you back up just a bit?
Alright, Drax. Well, thank you for stopping by. It will be available for watching later on.
Back, Shenzi. Oopsie. Back.
I mean, I like Tayto, but I really don't want to be on top of him.
That's not my intent. Wait, wasn't Elysian?
What?
What class were you? I forgot.
Rogue.
Yeah, okay, never mind. You're good. And it's Zale. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm a derp. The 4-legged one shall lead us. Everyone else.
I think we're supposed to be trying for a cohesive formation here, but everybody keeps moving randomly.
I like our formation, although I do feel maybe I should be in the middle. Or maybe even Shenzi. You know, the whole...
If we had, say, proper strategically thinking melee flank, our wizard who was so eager to move on ahead.
I'm back. What I missed?
Anyways.
This I am satisfied with.
This is what I was going for, actually.
Okay. Tayto. If you go AFK, you need to right-click your portrait and select AFK, please.
Okay.
Right now, we need you to go up to the upper right where there is the party sheet, the 3 people, and click that and go to order. Then you guys will need to figure out...
nothing.
Yeah, really, don't touch nothing. We figured out
No,
what
you
we
can
were
do
doing.
that. That's fine. In fact, if you can turn yourself upside down. Nope, back, too far.
There we go. No. Let's see that. Going for again.
Okay. So this formation is good with everybody.
I like
Fine
this.
by me.
Yes.
When you hear a very Zale-like scream, please turn around and engage in combat.
Oh, joy.
Please. go. That's not what I wanted.
Nim in the front will be mostly... he'll be leading the party just fine. Getting you guys...
Apparently.
He does not vary from the path as laid out on the map, leading the way to the... well, towards the Palace of Fate. Shenzi,
Woof.
give me a dexterity saving throw.
My weakest stat. Oh my god.
Apparently.
Would help if the party sheet weren't blocking me.
Alright, she'd say no, net.
Walking along, you hear a faint crack below you before the entire area where you were standing, Shenzi, plummets out from underneath. You are not able to jump back in time.
Meep.
Crack and slide. Oh,
Azeroth and Tayto, you two may make a... I would say
Dexterity saving throw?
a strength check
Can
to
I
try
roll
and grab
athletics?
her.
Can I roll athletics?
I'm gonna say straight strength.
Athletics is a strength. Use the strength modifier. Hold on. You said it's save, correct?
Check.
No check.
Oh.
Oh boy. Shenzi, give me an acrobatics check, please.
Actually, I was going to say, if I may, Zale would like to use his heroic action, if we still have those, to try and grab her by the cloak.
Give me either a strength or dexterity save, or acrobatics or athletics. I'll let you choose, Zale.
Moreover, I am using the bit of luck N gave me.
For a lucky point?
Correct.
You roll first, and then if you don't like the roll, then you get to roll again.
I like that better.
Luck is rather overpowered.
Never mind. Luck is not necessary. Skill shall suffice.
Elysian, what are you doing?
Oh, whoops. I spaced out for a moment.
I see. Hey, Zale. There is now a bounty of 200 gold on Elysian's head. Just thought you'd like to know that.
That is very pertinent information, my friend. Thank you.
Anyways.
Elysian, where are you sleeping tonight?
I don't think
With one eye open.
I don't think
Would that be the right eye or the left eye?
Both.
You said one eye.
He switches.
The bounty has gone up to 300 gold.
For what?
Plot device.
Anyways, what are we doing?
Shenzi is falling into the snow.
Oh.
Or rather, through it, into a frozen lake that you happen to be walking across. The snow is covering all of this very well. Zale, you are able to grab her. You're not able to stop her from falling through, but you are able to keep her from plummeting into the water, which is a decent way below. As the ice falls away, you see that in most places it's about a foot thick, with some water far below, about 50 feet, about a 50-foot drop. But the particular spot where Shenzi took a step is thinner than the rest. Or was.
Rotten ice,
Now it's
as
gone.
they say.
Yeah. What did the rest of you do? Because he can't pull her up on his own.
Is there enough? Well, presumably I'm still stable enough with claws and my full length anchoring her.
Yes. Shenzi, you're actually, do you even have a cloak? Well, yeah, you would with the winter supplies. You're
Yes, a lovely
kind of being
fur one.
you're being a little strangled.
God, I am
at
so
the
sorry.
moment.
My son broke into the kitchen and I had to like emergency AFK to keep him from getting into stuff. So I don't know what just happened.
You fell. Zale grabbed you.
Yep.
There might be some holes in your cloak now.
You're also currently being strangled because nobody's actually pulling you up. Zale's just keeping you from falling into the water below.
Right, this is a bit of a problem if she dies right now. So if somebody could pull her up,
I'll
pull her
help,
out of
I'll
my
help.
grip.
I'll help. As well, Tayto. Oh, he's AFK. He is.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. We should help Tayto.
Yeah.
Why are
Need a
you
roll
helping
for-
Tayto?
No, I
Tayto
said
doesn't need
Tayto.
help.
I said Tayto. We should help him.
Her.
Well, him. He's holding her right now. So we help him by helping. You know what I mean, okay?
Okay.
Do you need a roll for that?
What is your... Give me a... You both only have a +1 to strength.
We are not a very strong party.
We aren't.
I thought Tato's strength was higher.
No, it was never that higher than 13.
And
You
we're
know,
making
when
this-
I first made Zale, I thought -1 strength. This is going to put me significantly behind everybody else. I'm okay with this.
No.
As we've progressed, I've realized more and more Zale's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't go with strength because at the time I didn't think it was needed. I thought our party was more an offensive party. So I went with wisdom and charisma.
Well, even if it is offensive, you still need... Strength is what you add to your damage.
Hey, I thought I'd be healing more. And at the time, as I said, my
Well, you are healing more.
I said well, like I told you at the start, I never really played a cleric full on. So I didn't know how to build one properly. And so this is what you get. So what role did you want to
Here's
use?
what we do. Have somebody aid the other in
Yeah.
pulling her out.
Yes, which I asked, what did you want us to roll for that? Or
I'm going to say a strength check.
That's okay, guys. Take your time. I'm just suffocating down here.
See ya.
Okay. Oh my god.
Tayto, help out now.
See ya.
Remind me, why it is that you two feel you are now qualified for this job?
Because I'm a good healer. At the end of the day.
Just because I'm curious. No bonuses, but he still did better than both of you.
Okay, my first roll was good, better than his.
You know what? Screw this. Strength check to pull her up.
Go for it, Zale. Shenzi, give me a constitution save. The cloak begins to rip under your claws, Zale. Shenzi, you are barely holding your breath.
Hey, Elysian, do you mind helping out here?
No, I'm not going to help out.
Okay.
Elysian would dive in trying to grab and pull up Shenzi.
You didn't have to dive in. We pretty much
By
have.
dive in, he means shoulder aside the useless lumps of seal flesh.
Yeah, basically just get in there and start helping.
You
I'm
just
sorry.
said no, you wouldn't do that, and then
Yes,
you
I
described
lied.
exactly what you're doing. Oh, okay.
That's the thing I do, Tayto. I say I'm not going to do the thing, and then I do it anyways. That's the
Turlix
thing I
is
do
very-
commonly.
Turlix is very bad
Contrary.
He's very bad at sarcasm. He should just stop
Absolutely.
trying. Very bad.
Nobody should ever stop trying to be sarcastic. Sarcasm makes the world go round.
I'm going to take Shenzi's advice over Sims.
No, can we continue with the pulling up? Of,
By the way,
helpless one?
Zale, did I mention that his bounty is up to 500 gold now?
No, you did not.
I rolled
but,
18. Do I pull her
Oh,
up
look,
or not?
it's sort of contract with the details on this. I mean, do you want him alive? Is the head sufficient?
Just the head.
Is there any other bits you need? Just a head. Look, thank you. It's much easier to carry as long as you've got a tarred sack.
Yeah, just the head's good. Just, lop it off, bring it back to Mole Master. You're good to go. Elysian, you managed to pull Shenzi out of the hole. Shenzi, you are presumably gasping for air as you're pulled
And
backwards.
shaking and clinging to Elysian for a minute before I go and cling to Zale.
Those clothes are wet now, aren't they?
They are not.
No, that was what Zale stopped, was her getting wet,
Oh.
which would have been
Okay.
seriously bad.
Yeah, it would have. Okay, as long as the clothes aren't wet, we should probably go in.
Tayto and
Find a place to
Azeroth,
get her.
give me perception checks, please.
Perception. Wait. Oh God. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not grabbing the right thing.
Tayto, you notice in the hole that the water below is already starting to ice over just with these few seconds of exposure. It is really, really fucking cold. So, moving on. You continue through the day. About another hour passes. Do allow me to see what happens.
I'll say that if anyone goes down, it's got to be Tayto. See, that all that blubber makes him quite heavy. So if we have him walk ahead of us, patting the ground with his tail, I'm pretty sure any bad ice would break first.
He is right. I am suited for this.
Are you doing
I don't
so?
mind if he falls. You don't have to give a shit because he's a seal and all that.
I'll pull
I'm
you
pretty
in.
sure
With...
they're immune to cold damage, aren't they?
No, we're not immune, but we have a little bit of resistance.
Tayto,
What?
give me an acrobatics check.
What am I doing?
You're dancing.
That's performance.
Depends on the dance, really.
The ground on the side of you suddenly slides away.
Woo!
You're able to step back, even grabbing Elysian before he gets dragged down this small avalanche into a gully below.
Yay!
There is a chasm that is a little ways away, but it seems that the snow had piled up and just gave way with the pressure of your walking past. It would have basically been a very slippery slide into this gully.
Whee! Yeah! Like that, I imagine.
Basically.
I like slippy sides. Slippy slides. I mean, ugh, you can't fucking talk.
So,
Show!
another hour.
What happens now?
Another hour of adventuring has passed.
Are the skeletons still following us?
They are still following you, surrounding you on all sides. Everybody give
Ooh.
me Constitution saves, please.
Constitutions.
I am absolutely okay.
Man, my rolls have been horrible all day.
Who had a level of exhaustion last time?
Me.
Zale
sorry,
did, and
2
as
levels.
That.
Tayto did.
Me.
Who had 2 levels of it?
Me. Well, I think someone lowered it down with their thingy, one of the watchers, but I was at 2.
No, I don't recall this happening.
Well,
So
then,
is
We
it
should have
only
recovered one
Tayto
level from
and...
the long rest.
Yes, you did. I know everybody
Oh.
had... Almost everybody had at least 1 level. But I think it was Azeroth and Tayto that had 2.
No, I only had 1.
He fell off the bridge. That was his other thing.
Ah, yes. Alright, so Azeroth, you do still have 1 level of exhaustion.
That would
Actually,
explain why you
Anir,
failed to pull her up, though.
Anir at level 5 of exhaustion, you die.
6, actually. At 5, you're comatose.
Is that what it is? Either way,
I've
you
had to
don't
do
make it to
extensive
7.
research on this for my conversion, so.
Either way, you don't make it to 7. I know, I am too, Shenzi. My teeth are acting up again, so I've been a little snippy, and I do apologize for that. I'm just in pain. Let's see. We are... Looks like everybody did give it a level of con save. Shenzi and Elysian, you are fine. The rest of you do gain a level of exhaustion. It's only a DC of 11! At least for during the day.
It is not a problem. See, I used to be quite a bit better at this sort of thing. Living on the streets, it toughens you up a bit, but we've had all this nice coin that we can stay at inns and this nice soft bed with all the food and the fires. And it's been quite lovely, actually.
Alright, I've got them added to the combat tracker now. So, the rest of the day goes without too many incidents. There are a couple of spots where the snow is deeper than you expected. There's a few spots where, you know, it falls away, but nothing too dangerous. Eventually, the light that doesn't seem to come from anywhere in this realm starts to dim.
Is that supposed to be like nighttime or something?
That or the world's ending, which would be bad for everybody, not just us. So let's hope it's the first.
It's presumably night coming on. Or what passes for night in this realm.
Now, if Zale were a survivalist type, say a ranger or a ranger archetype, he might suggest building a shelter out of snow. If only.
There are actually tents on the pallet.
Snow actually forms better insulation, but only somebody who, well, I don't know, grew up in a glacier might know that.
Well, he also never knew cold existed until now.
Well, it's not like I just never felt cold like this before. It's like I know what cold feels like.
Well, what are you going to do, Tayto?
Do I even remember how to build a little snow shelter? God.
Well, why don't you make a intelligence check and see?
Maybe you'll remember building one with your grandfather. You can do so again, it'd be like old times.
Nah, I don't remember. Let's use the tents. We can pile snow on the tents for insulation.
Depends what the tents are made out of first and foremost, and unless it's blubber, then
The thing is in here is that an igloo takes more than just about an hour to make. But an igloo would be a great idea. Just, you know, they don't really have time if they're actually going to travel anywhere.
Yeah.
None shall see me.
And we have
Though
an
that battle cry may give
influence.
me away.
Oh no.
Either an igloo appears out of nowhere, or Tayto suddenly recalls making igloos with his grandfather.
No.
Oh.
It's not gonna be any of that. It's gonna be something horrible, I know it.
A blue cat appears floating in front of Tato's face.
God damn it.
You see the claws spring out of its paws. You know, very similar to many cartoons. As you just feel a heavy smack across the face.
Oh.
Oh wait, he said to smack you with a snowball. That works.
Best
Oh.
influence ever.
So the blue cat appears, hacking and coughing, floating in front of you. And a snowball, well, more of a hairy snowball, is coughed up on your face.
Gross. Continue.
And you remember how to make shelters in the snow. Because I could in here.
I remember now.
You
have
remember.
to dig here. We're going to need some firewood for a structure down there. And it's super easy. I can't
You
believe I
just-
forgot this.
And
I'm sure
along
there's
with
a lot
it,
more that goes to it.
there are memories of a wolf that helped you to make
No.
this shelter.
No.
He showed you the
No.
ropes.
I'm not listening to this.
Best
I mean,
influence.
Please listen to this so we don't die from cold.
Because, you know, the wolf isn't as insulated as a seal, so he wanted to show you in case you needed to help anyone someday. And so he was just showing you how to dig. Your memory of him is a little foggy, but you're very certain that he had a star-shaped mark on his face.
You are the worst.
Oh my.
I'm the worst, huh?
Not you. I'm talking to the influencer.
Oh,
Don't
well,
insult the audience members.
Anir didn't put that in. I added that part. Mostly off of Zale's idea. So anyways,
All of the best things in life for free. Usually
Tayto,
one by others.
are you going to be showing everybody how to make one?
Yes, I am. You see, you dig this hole here, and then you dig here, and then you use some of the firewood here, and it's like, I have no idea how to actually build anything in real life.
Ooh. Neon, I don't even understand what you're going about here. I'm going to say no on that one. I don't understand it, what you're trying to get at. And what I do have is, Sorry, Zale, I just noticed that message.
You're fine. That was a minor point.
It would be too against the story here, Neon. I'm gonna refund you. Anyways. Tayto, give me a survival check with advantage.
Wow.
Oh.
Well,
Should I drop my survive and just hope for the best?
no. No.
Okay.
Just because you see somebody else fail does not mean you can jump on it. That is metagaming.
Hmm.
So the structure is kind of built. Nim does assist with digging it out. He does a good job getting a nice little hovel dug out in the snow. The snow here, while packed, is rather deep, so you're able to just dig down instead of having to build up with one. The ceiling is a somewhat thin layer of ice. But you think it should do a good job keeping you warm during the night. You will... fire would definitely help make it more suitable. But if you want to go without, then you may. You'll just have to make saves to avoid more exhaustion. What do you wish to do?
We can always just make another shelter later. So, wait. I'm sorry, did we just sleep over?
No, it's still the night before. You haven't slept yet.
Alright. Does anybody here know how to cast the alarm spell?
No.
I've got a physical alarm I could place.
And I can place my hunter trap somewhere.
Didn't that get smashed?
Oh, right, it did. Damn, I need to go buy a new one.
Zale will set up an alarm around the shelter.
You've got a hole in the ground that you can crawl in and out of to get in and out. Your
Yes.
pallet of supplies will not be able to come down with you, though.
Yeah, have to be left on the surface. We can probably use it to cover the hole.
Nim will recommend that you leave a guard up in the top area. You know, typical swapping out of watchers.
Well, let's go by who's the most tired.
Me.
Well, I mean, you'll still get the effects of a long rest if you wind up... you'll still get the effects of a long rest if you... Go away.
If you go away.
If you go on watch, you still get the effects of a long rest. Long rests don't mean sleeping. It's... you can't do anything strenuous at all. But just watching for attacks, that doesn't take anything away from your rest. You can prepare spells, you can read. You do still need to have, you know, some actual sleep. But, yeah, you can watch without any penalties.
Alright. Well,
Usual limit is 2 hours per person on watch without penalty.
Alright, well, I'm proficient in perception, so I'll stay on watch. Tayto will, I mean.
Okay, so we got Tayto going first.
I suppose I could take second shift. Sort of the midnight hour, my specialty, if any will.
I guess I'll go for third if it's needed.
I'll take the next one then.
You'd be fourth shift.
Which is about right. 8 hours is a long rest.
Considering the cold, just a bit of DM advice. Staying out there for 2 hours would be difficult, to put
Not
it
good.
simply. Yeah.
But if we put everyone that is able to speak on shift, that would put us down to hour and 15 minutes or so each.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Even then, do we technically have to leave the enclosure all the time? I mean, it is.
If there are supplies with
Green
us,
cloaks.
probably extra fabric,
Maybe some
right?
hot soup up with you, but
It's still... We're talking about a land that is about negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit during the day.
Whoa. I'm a bundle real tight then.
There's no bundling up real tight, at least not if you want to be able to see. I mean, sure, you could be. You could.
temperatures you need to move around, otherwise you get frostbite in the extremities. So, perceptions, yes?
Everybody will need to be on to take at least one watch. That would be suitable. Only an hour or so out there would be fine. Are you going to... apparently we lost connection with Tayto. Tayto? Did he drop out of the Discord?
No, it shows up there.
I think he's having internet trouble because...
Now, of relevance, A, Zale has dark vision. B, it is literally magically impossible to surprise him in combat. Or with combat.
alright. Nim
Basically,
will take
surprise
the...
rounds don't work against the party, as long as he considers them his allies, which admittedly is a bit of a stretch in some cases.
Mm-mm.
There
Oh,
it is.
And
there
there
you
he
go.
goes.
Nim will take last watch, which will leave Shenzi for second to last.
Okay.
Tayto, I will go ahead and roll for him.
Boo. I just realized something too. Deleted it. One of the spells I brought with me requires items that I do not have, so.
You should have all of your equipment back, which would include your spell component pouch, unless it's a special spell that has a costly component.
Okay, firstly, a spell component pouch I never knew existed.
You, as a cleric, can use your
But
holy
also-
symbol
yes.
instead.
Yeah. Oh, instead of all those fancy
Yeah,
things.
it's wizards who have the component pouch,
Uh,
or they can choose a wand or a crystal, I believe.
what the fuck?
Warlocks tend to go for the crystals or a rod.
I was gonna use something. Okay, I was gonna bring
My
magic
perception for second watch.
Hang on. So you use a holy symbol instead. But you do, if it has an actual cost next to the item, you will need to have that specific item and a value accordingly.
Okay, yeah, because even it says it's like an iron. Well, yeah, holy water, powdered silver, and iron worth 100 GP, which the spell consumes.
Yeah, so you would need that last. What spell is this?
Magic circle.
Okay, yeah, that one you won't
Yeah.
be able to use here without
So then
those
let me
components.
Let me delete that then, because I thought I could until I read it again. I was like, fuck. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you're on a long rest, so you can re-choose a new spell. Tayto's watch goes uneventfully. Zale,
What, Rich? I'm here, I promise. What am I?
since you do have those particular traits, you hear the faint clacking of bones behind you on the other side of the hovel. And I do need to back up real quick. Did you guys actually do a campfire inside the hovel?
Yes, Zale would have
Okay.
lit one if nobody else did.
Okay.
Because it's damned cold, and
Yeah.
he's not exactly known for abstaining from comfort. Unless he needs to, which he doesn't in this case.
Alright, so you hear that clacking of bones.
I look around at the clacking of bones.
On the other side of the hovel from the entrance, or at least you know where it is, there is a single skeleton standing there, kind of just staring at you.
For the sake of safety, paranoia, and shitbags everywhere, draw my dagger.
It does not respond. It stands there, its jaw kind of bouncing up and down a little here and there.
Oh, the temptation is real.
My net went out.
Yeah, we
figured.
figured.
What have I got in my pocket seas?
What was I even saying before?
I have no idea.
I don't remember now.
But you're
Sadly.
asleep right now, so shush.
Your watch was uneventful. Congratulations.
Oh no. What?
Following the tradition of right to the fallen everywhere, Zale will carefully, cautiously, did I mention cautiously, place a copper piece in the mouth of the skeleton.
Jumping Tayto. Are you that
Carefully,
woke?
by the way.
You walk around to the skeleton and place it in there, and it just doesn't seem to respond at all.
Robbie, take that from me, mate. That's just to get you across the river if it needs it.
The head turned to watch you as you approached. It has a short sword in one hand, kind of just limply dragged on the ground. Doesn't seem to have even bothered to pull it in front of it from when it walked up here.
Assuming it doesn't react, he moves back to his watch position, but makes certain to turn about in his vigilance in such a way that he always has the skeleton in sight.
Kill the skeleton.
Nah, they're being chill. In fact, you can have him come join us.
The rest of your watch goes uneventfully. When you go to wake up Azeroth, the skeleton does hobble off slowly as you go into the little shelter you have made. Azeroth, you're gonna go on watch?
Yep. Perception, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
But first, give me I'm gonna say an acrobatics check. You are... Dude, we have got to get... We're gonna get your ability scores straightened out after this. Just throwing that out there.
Like I said, it was my first cleric. You said it was good.
Characters can be built any number of ways.
Yes, they can. But this was a terrible way.
He's regretting accepting this as my page.
That's okay. Making the DM regret things is a joy of being a player.
Yes,
Hi
it
there.
is.
Hi there, InfoCats. Welcome to the stream. Azeroth, as you are making your way through the small tunnel back outside, you bump the side a little bit, but does not seem to do anything. Give me that perception check, please.
I don't know what to tell you. Skunks are good at narrow passageway navigation. Yeah. Damn it. I keep dragging the dragon's head. Oh, that sucks. No, did I lose you all? I don't know.
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, it was quiet.
For the record, you rolled better than the road that came before you, so...
It was at. It looked like it was on 17 and it just twitched over to 10. I was kind of upset. Could have been worse because another number next beside that was 1.
You rolled the same, Zale, you rolled the same as Tayto, by the way. The 11.
Oh, I'm aware.
By the way, Tayto, are you going to get back into Fantasy Grounds?
Yes. Sorry, it was stuck at connecting for a bit.
Azeroth, off in the distance, you hear some heavy footsteps.
Crunching is so loud.
They seem to be getting louder. Coming off from the north.
I guess I'll have to be looking in that area then. Waiting to see if something forms in the distance. Is there moonlight or is it just, pitch black?
This land is in complete darkness.
Great.
There are no stars in the sky. There's no moon. It's just dark. I would assume you guys would have set up a couple of torches outside.
Yeah.
Or if you guys didn't, Nim would have.
Well, I also have an ability
Well,
that
our
sheds
operation
light.
did not require such audacity, but alright.
I did set a few things to light up in the distance with my cap trap, baby.
There is a large, black, hulking shape slowly ambering towards you.
The party wake up the party. This might be it.
Well, darn. Did it not go anywhere near my light spell?
I just said what you saw.
That's questionable, but at the same time, I don't want to alarm everybody if it's nothing. Okie dokie then. I guess I'll choose to wake somebody, or at least to go back into and try to alert.
The Zale is quite accustomed to this terrain. I would recommend waking him.
Who is? Wait, no.
Give
Oh,
me
they are. Everyone's.
Give me an acrobatics check, please.
Yay.
Alright, you get in and you find where Tayto is sleeping. And I assume you wake him up.
I thought I would go for Zale, not Tayto.
Oh,
Zale or even Nim.
You think you can find where Zale is sleeping?
Oh, excuse me. Well, do you think Nim would help me, or would he just be too much into staying with Shenzi?
In fact, stealth
I
check
think
to hide where I am sleeping.
I think your best option, Blue did, is going with the guy who literally grew up in this area.
Fair. Okay, then. I would wake Tayto.
What?
Tayto, there's something big and hulking out there.
Then wake everyone!
Fine. If that's...
Everyone, get up! We got trouble. And then Tayto heads up.
Didn't even let me finish the full sentence.
Nah, he's not. He's gotta get everybody awake. Okay,
Being
so who
loud and
wakes up? Tato's
Yes,
yelling. So who's
yes,
waking
but
up?
being loud and alerting the enemy that we're aware of them is not a very strategic thing, but go ahead.
Everybody would have been woken up by this.
Yes,
unless they
everyone,
specifically want to ignore it.
Will to disbelieve.
Can you get us up slower?
Well, there's one person.
Nim will have jumped to attention and scrambled up and out.
Well, there goes the element of surprise, at least.
Zale, it's up to you whether you stay asleep or wake up.
I'm also going out with Nim right now.
Same.
Shenzi? I'm not hearing anything from you.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out so bad.
You're being woken up by and told that there is something attacking.
I said something big that's coming our way. I never said attacking.
Well, Tayto kind of...
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Tayto said.
Okay, I heard something about something big coming, so I'm just gonna ready myself.
Tayto, give me an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Hold on, I need to get back in.
And you disconnected.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. Dog, be quiet.
Yeah, so far tonight, Neon, this has been pretty cursed.
Yeah.
Oh.
We are in the land of death, after all. Well, the dead.
What? No, that is not the...
Alright, Bulash.
Well... There. Tonight has been cursed, yes.
Did Shenzi ever restart Discord? Did anybody notice her leave?
17. 20 total. All
I
you.
said with disadvantage.
All right. 7.
We're all doomed.
As you scramble up to get out, you hear a whoosh as the wait, what? I don't know what Shenzi's talking about. Anyways. Oh, she was watching the stream. She's not now. Yeah, it should help with your connection if you can hear me. But I'd still recommend restarting Discord. Anyways, you hear a whoosh as the hovel collapses behind you. The tunnel you're climbing through also collapsing, burying you in snow.
I want a refund.
It was shoddy craftsmanship. That's what it was.
I might be inclined for legal action as well.
Bite me.
I'd love to. Just let me find where your tail is.
What are you all doing?
We're gonna dig ourselves out.
Give me a
Oh.
strength check.
That's 1, by the way.
Nim is a little preoccupied because he did manage to get out without problems. Oh, jeez, Shenzi. He is busy trying to dig Shenzi out of the collapsed hole. Hi, Shenzi, can you hear us now?
So far, so good.
Awesome.
So
Tayto
they're
collapsed the
alive in
hovel.
snow.
Tayto collapsed a what?
The hovel, the hole that
Oh.
we dug.
His fat seal ass broke it down on us.
Oh.
Me, the very chunky, heavy cleric, did not do it, but him, the not so heavy, chunky lover butt.
Did you want strength checks from the rest of us to try and dig ourselves out as well?
Yes.
Technically, I said I was
Shenzi-
following Nim. Do I have to do one?
I will say no, you were able to get back out. Shenzi, you have advantage on your check.
I love how my roll was better than Tato's, but the result is less.
Shenzi, as you start to you start to push yourself out, and Nim kind of just grabs your cloak and drags you out of the buried hole.
That poor cloak. It's been through some shit.
It has been, for real.
My poor cloak.
It saved your life twice, but damn. Sorry.
There's replacements.
I would like to re-roll my strength check using my heroic action.
Retry.
I will allow it.
God damn it!
2. That is 2.
Oh, that's a
Rolls of
natural
your,
one. That's a
if he
critical.
rolls a third one, it becomes a critical success.
Oh my god. I'm sorry to tell you this, guys, but I was actually sipping applesauce and
Oh yeah, we didn't fill Blue Dude in on that. One time we were playing, I rolled so low so many times that the DM decided to give me a blessing that if I roll a 1 3 times in one session, the final 4th roll, if that becomes a 1, it's instead a critical success.
Question. Does this apply to all ones, or only ones that are rolled as a critical fail?
D20 ones.
D20 ones, yeah.
Checks, essentially. Checks
So, which means you only have 2, right?
Yes, I only have 2 right now. So if I roll 2 more 1s, I get a critical success on that last one.
Tayto,
Well,
you have cat
I'm still
pity.
down here. I have what?
Cat pity. You may re-roll.
1.
Yay.
1.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a 1 now. Well, I got 2 1s. Look at that.
Does that count as a 4th one?
It's a 1.
No. Tayto. You start to dig, or try to dig out, but you are turned upside down, and instead of actually digging up, you're digging down.
Wow.
I love it.
Zale,
I lost my sense of direction.
you are...
Well, I am a cat, and we're not particularly well known for digging in the first place, so no. You've got a tree to climb. I've got that down pat, but this thing, I can't do it.
Give me a percentile roll, high or low.
Normally with a Zale I go high, but this time he's down low.
You should have stuck with high. Leave me with
Should
low,
have.
okay? Leave me with low.
And yet you'll never choose low.
Would you like a
Damn right.
constitution save to prevent suffocation?
No, you're okay for now. Elysian, on the other hand, who is slurping from their straw? That's what I thought. Elysian, on the other hand, who decided not to roll, you take a quarter of your health in damage.
Oh.
You need to start paying attention, or else I will kill you
happens to
off.
die accidentally while the
Okay.
contract period is up, and I'll bring his head to you. Does that still count?
As long as you bring his head to me, yes.
Oops.
So
No,
no.
no, that's me, Dad. There we go.
As long as his head is brought, that's all that matters.
Can I
So-
roll to... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Given that Zale can currently do nothing, does his particular ability in regards to surprise rounds tickle the back of his mind?
Yeah, we'll allow you another check real quick before you start suffocating.
No. I mean, is the party under attack?
Oh,
And he's
no.
getting a warning for saying. Okay, then we're fine.
Hmm?
But if you allow me to roll another one on my strength check, I will do so.
Alright, everybody's still buried. Give me another strength check.
Although, as we have changed to a new DM, I have to ask, do you count fumbles on skill checks?
Yes.
And then that was a fumble for Zale because of his pin.
I'm not
The first one, not the
counting,
second.
though. I'm not counting that. It's only going to be nat ones.
I'm stating for future reference. Because a 2 is a fumble for him.
Only on attacks and such.
Ow, potty pooper.
I mean, if you want me to.
I want you to, because that was a fumble followed by a crit, in this case.
I am more than happy to bring about another Order of the Gate.
Let me clarify something. I love watching my characters squirm. Please, fumbles.
Alright.
Fumble me, daddy.
Tayto for
Well,
that.
it's more of grandpappy for you, though, actually.
You're not my granddad.
No,
No,
that's
I'm not.
Elysian.
It's that fed over there with the fur. It's all dark and such.
No.
Grandson, help me out of this
No.
buried hole.
I know, right, Shenzi? Elysian, you are still
Yes.
buried. You just
God
woke
damn it.
up. Azeroth and Nim, the large creature is nowhere in sight. This is
Well, I
a,
don't think that's got him out of the snow, mate. It takes quite a bit more than that.
this is a living, breathing world. There are other creatures out there, other travelers, other things that aren't necessarily hostile, but may be wandering around during the night.
So, for some of those, it might be too hot during the day for them to come out.
And I would make sure to tell them, guys, I think it was a false alarm. Because I'm sure Nim would say it.
Tayto, you are digging yourself even deeper. I need a Constitution saving throw. You are still able to hold your breath, and you are okay for now. Elysian, you're still buried. Zale, you're able to get out.
Tato's got to realize he's been digging for too long.
You're the one that screamed out, everyone wake up, when I told you, I think there's just something big outside. I was going to say we should probably look into it.
Too bad.
Yeah, I know. This has already happened. But
Ted
let's-
was impulsive.
that's what I'm saying. So I don't think you're going to stop noticing you digging too.
Got a point there, Tayto. As far as you know, the party's in danger, and you're just scrambling at this point to get out.
That's what I was saying. Good job.
On the plus side, you will have made significant progress toward digging us a new shelter by the time you do get out.
I'm helping.
No, you're not. Strength checks, Tayto and Elysian.
Let's see, take the dice, roll it on the thing, and completely fail.
Oh, for the love of... I've reduced it to 8 at this point!
Actually, Elysian, I might be allowed to re-roll. It's going to say Zale will start poking about to dig other people out as well.
Nim will go over and try and figure out where Tayto is.
Just follow the sounds of mole digging.
We're gonna have him make a check to see. Shenzi, give... Well, actually, Nim found him, so... Nim is, digging... Trying to dig up Tayto. who is steadily going deeper and deeper. Zale, give me a strength check.
Find. And here comes the 1.
Well, you found Elysian, but as you go over there, you kind of bump into the side. Because, like, the roof, just the roof collapsed, so you're kind of in a bowl. You collapsed more snow on top of him. And a little on yourself, but...
Or will purposefully not mention this happening to him at any time, place, or purpose.
Deep sigh.
All of that snow was there before I got here.
Tayto and Elysian, give me Constitution saves, please.
Oh no.
Tayto, you are
Everything's
fine.
going wrong.
Elysian, you are suffocating still. You had got in your... what would you like to do, Azeroth?
Well, technically, we've already deemed it a false alarm. Everything's fine. So I would be, at least at this point, seeing as they failed to come out of the collapsed tunnel, at least be trying to reach in for them if we know where they are.
You can't find Tayto. You can't do that with Tayto, but Elysian is shallow enough that you could.
Yeah, I know. So I guess I'll do the dumb thing, and I guess I should probably do a strength check to pull him out from his shallow
Brain.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. Look at that shit right there. Me and Shenzi both say, fuck it, we're fully out.
Elysian, you are pulled out and almost flung across the snow out of the bowl and onto the side by these two, well...
Wimps.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but they are. We all are. We have no strength.
Except for Elysian.
Whee!
Except for the one person that really shouldn't.
I have a +3. Is that bad?
It's just highly unusual in this party composition.
Well, technically, I don't see
Apparently.
how the cleric should be the strongest one here, but still, it's funny.
I am playing a warlock. We're not supposed to have strength. Unless you're one of those freak packs of
Yeah.
Hellblade people.
Shenzi, me and you always do the random perfect at the random time. Yeah, usually. Well, I guess we can consider the snow a set of doors. I mean, sure. Anywho, he's free now. And I kind of tell everyone that it was a false alarm. The creature has moved on.
You tell everybody except for a particular one still buried and going deeper.
Wait.
Speaking
Oh,
of,
well.
We're missing
Tato.
someone? Or I don't remember anybody missing.
Oh yeah,
well,
Tato's
tell
over
everyone.
there. That white lump on the snow. He's just laying down, you know. He blends in very
I'm
well
pretty
with
sure.
the,
See
with the
that lump
snow.
over there? I've got dark vision. I can tell you that's definitely a seal.
Well then.
All right, well,
Well, we
let's
can-
move on. We'll Tato, come on, let's go.
What?
It's time for you to dig us a new home, or at least use the deep grave you've already dug in. I mean,
Was I dug out?
Were you
Never
not
mind.
paying attention to any of that?
Yes.
Anyways. Moving on.
Give me a strength check, Tato.
Oh, thank God.
Finally.
Feeling the snow on your back start to shift, you go towards that instead of, where you were going.
Tato's like, oh, god damn it!
No, Tato's not dead. We were joking about Tato blending in with the snow so well that we thought it was just, he was a lump on the ground.
camouflage.
Exactly. And anyways, Tayto, you are free now.
Jeez. What's the attack?
There was no attack. Remember how I told you there was a large creature outside? Well, the reason I was trying to wake you in a more quiet manner was for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to just get your input on what you think we should do, and two was to see if we could at least surmise what the creature was before waking everyone to a false alarm. Which is you kind of blew up the ladder pretty hard.
So at this point, it's the middle of the night.
Shelter is destroyed.
Well, technically, he did make another one with his.
Not really.
Oh.
It's fine. I can make another one.
No, there's no time for that now. Let's get out of the tent and do the best we can into the morning.
Fine.
We could still technically dig a little bit into the ground. I would say at least what.
Right, I say we all get some sleep, and Rook, you keep watch. Okay? Rook?
Rook is not there.
Right. Damn it. I keep forgetting he's not around right now.
You get everything set back up. You get your buried gear dug out and tents set up. It's not as warm, especially since the blankets and bedrolls are a little snow covered.
Not to mention the fire was in the pit.
But it's
in the pit.
I would assume you get a new fire going, and it is at least slightly uncomfortable, but not to the point where you can't get a full rest. The rest of the night goes mostly uneventful. Shenzi.
Woof.
During your shift on watch, you feel a strange warmth wash over you. The snow around you melts, grass growing from the formerly frozen earth. A single purple-colored lily grows from the ground in front of you.
Ooh.
And what do you do?
I investigate the purple lily.
The lily seems to be nothing spectacular. A warm light shines in front of you. Ethereal butterflies forming and swirling before dissipating and revealing the Lady Kep of Lillies. Hello, Shenzi. I hear we have a common interest.
Oh, hi. What are you doing here? How did you get here?
Oh, I have my ways.
Somewhere in a tent nearby, Zale shudders in his sleep.
So I understand that you have an interest in a new acquisition I wish to make.
Who, what?
Why, Zale. My little kitty.
Zale tosses
What
a light note
about
in front of
him?
him.
You wish to acquire his contract, do you not?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, you do not have the ability to provide him with the magical energy he would require to actually make use of such a contract. However, I would be willing to share his contract.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm already gonna have to share it with the Raven Queen because I don't have enough anything really to buy out his whole contract.
Perhaps we can come to an agreement. You see, her contracts are kept inside the palace. And if you were to, acquire said contract and bring it to me, I would be able to break our dear Zale free from his current engagements.
I don't really trust her. I don't know if it's just Shenzi's jealousy or what, but I don't trust her.
I mean, so far, you have seen her as a bumbling fool of a lady that still somehow seems to command respect in the city of Mulemaster.
And you saw her hug Zale.
You saw,
Very tight.
yes, you saw her hug Zale very tightly. She also, is pretty much the only reason why Zale is still alive at this point. Because without her influence, well, he was going to lose that court case.
I'd say at the minimum, she really likes Zale and has been useful so far in keeping him out of trouble. Oh.
And alive.
Out of trouble, right. Zale?
Yeah, more just alive. Well, I mean, you
I
were
may
putting...
or may not slightly disagree with that part.
I mean, you were behaving for a while after she got you saved.
To be fair, that had absolutely nothing to do with her.
True, true. Anyways, back to Shenzi.
Is there something I can do to, figure out if Shenzi herself actually trusts her? Like, some sort of fucking sense motive thing?
That's
Yeah,
insane.
with a
you can
sense motive
do
check.
insight.
Right, 5th edition, names. Oh, good gods! Shenzi, your suspicion is paramount.
Or you believe that she is genuine in wanting to acquire his contract. You also get the feeling that she will uphold her agreement here and share his contract with you. From what she has said, she is genuine.
What do you want with his contract?
Well, you see, someone in my position can make great use of someone with his particular skill set, shall we say.
You want to use my friend?
That is the purpose of such a contract, is it not? I would be doing no more than what the Raven Queen... Her mouth kind of quirks in annoyance at that. I would do no more than what she does with him. Except, at least I don't twist fate against my employees.
I'm trying to get his contract away from her. I don't want to take it away just to give it to somebody who's going to treat him the same.
And yet, you admitted yourself that you cannot get it all the way away from her.
No, but I can start somewhere.
Well, you could start by getting it from her and bringing it to me. That lily on the ground before you will allow you to escape from this realm, returning back to where you came from. You must simply crush it between your crush it in your fist, and you will be whisked away.
You're telling me you want me to steal from a goddess?
How do you think I got here without her being aware?
I don't know. I asked and you didn't really give me an answer.
Let's just say she's not the only one with power. And it would be unwise to slight me. When I am finished with Zale, I will relinquish his full contract to you. Which is more than what you would get from the Raven Queen. And I will continue to allow him to use my power as part of his spells when I do.
Let me think about this, please.
I will know your answer when you return.
If you return.
And do be aware that you will not be able to use the lily from within the Fates Palace. So you will need to make your escape from it, but as soon as you see the outside sky, you may use it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Until then, I do bid you farewell, Shenzi. I do hope we can have a good working relationship. And the warm sunlight behind her kind of builds and in strength until you are forced to cover your eyes. When the light dissipates, she is gone. But the lily and grass does remain.
Okay, well, Shenzi's not going to be able to sleep now.
Why do we have both Azeroth and Elysian AFK?
Oops, I
And
forgot.
then Azeroth is immediately...
I've been back for a while. I forgot to remove it.
I'm back now, and the only reason it took me a while is because I got kidnapped after I went.
So,
Seems to be
sorry.
a theme today.
I need to go to the bathroom and grab some cookies to munch on.
You keep cookies
Sure.
in your bathroom?
Oh my goodness.
There are certain
Oh.
cookies that John kept
Okay,
in the bathroom, but
moving back to the cookies.
I mean, I know that Elysian likes his bathroom statuses.
No, moving on to the oatmeal raisin cookies.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I did not miss
my.
anything in game.
No.
You missed
No,
a
there's
ton
not,
in game.
Shenzi.
Friend, allow me to clarify that every word you say digs your hole deeper.
Anyways, aside from oatmeal raisin, cinnamon being the best.
Ugh.
No, chocolate
Cinnamon
chips
does not
the
belong in
best.
cookies.
Oh my goodness.
I have
You are
never
all
heard
wrong.
somebody so wrong.
Macadamia nut white chocolate.
Yes.
It's the alternate to
I'm
chocolate chip
changing
cookies.
my mind to that one.
Yeah, it's okay, but anything.
Anyways.
You both missed a lot.
No,
Yeah.
I was here. I listened to the entire thing. I had my headset on.
Well, I missed a lot. No, I did say bathroom.
I didn't hear you say bathroom.
I didn't say it. That's
Oh.
less than Andrew.
He typed it when he went AFK.
Yeah.
Oh, I was a little,
You were
engaged.
in the moment. Yeah, I typed it the moment I left.
Anyways, Shenzi has been offered an opportunity to acquire Zale's contract through other means than through the Raven Queen.
I'm
Methods
not
which
sure
normally
I
Zale would
really want
approve
to
of, by
go
the way.
steal from the Raven Queen either. That sounds like a bad idea.
Wait, is Shenzi discussing this with us?
No, you guys are
No.
all asleep.
Okay.
She
This
was
is
on
very
that.
much meta knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the night passes without event. And yeah, you wake up as the light kind of just appears.
Guys, I have something I need to discuss with you. Some weird shit happened last night.
Were you on any drugs?
What's that?
I don't think Shenzi's one to take drugs.
Anyways, I explained to everybody what happened the night before, and I'm looking for some input.
You were truly the purest of necromancers.
So how do you want to exactly acquire the contracts again?
The way I see it, this is the goddess's realm. She's probably omnipresent in this realm and knows about it.
Not necessarily, and strictly speaking.
Now, I'm all for stealing things, but I think stealing from gods is a terrible idea.
That's
Like,
my
shut
hang
up,
up on the
Furry.
whole thing.
I really say that. Like, I always take jobs I can do, and that won't make people who can smite me out of existence angry.
Nim will
That's
speak
my
up.
status.
Nim will speak up. But we also don't know what the Lady Kep is. For all we know, she is also a deity.
With her kind of power, I wonder if she is, but I still don't know how I feel about stealing from one goddess, especially in her own realm when she was kind enough to let me come here to speak with her.
Yeah, that would be rude, wouldn't it?
From what I know of the
Wait, can
gods, I
someone
would tell you
explain to me
not to meddle in their affairs. If you're going to be siding with one, you best not turn coat. It never goes well. Your besties is one. You don't betray that bestie.
And yet, by the way, all of this is Nim speaking in character.
Yes.
Okay.
And yet, we know where the Lady Kep is. And she clearly has a direct interest in us. Or at least Zale.
Well, it's kind of hard not to have an interest in Zale. He's interesting.
He is,
Oh, I
for
have
better or for
No
worse.
response for any of that, honestly.
Yeah, you friggin' Casanova.
I
You're
have
one
no
to
idea
talk.
what it means.
So what do we do? I think if we don't get this for Lady Kep of Lillies, she'll be against us. but I also don't want the Raven Queen against us, and now we're in a really big predicament, and I don't know who's going to be scarier. Although the Raven Queen seems to be a lot scarier, I'm learning that I don't really know Lady Kep of Lillies' powers, and I'm scared.
She might be a demon.
Honestly, the person with the control over my soul default scares me a lot more.
I mean, she also is able
Some input from the person whose contract is in question would be most appreciated.
She's all over my head.
She also has the ability to come into this realm without being harassed.
So yeah, I can tell you that if Lady Kep of Lillies was indeed capable of appearing here, and she's a lot more powerful, a lot more skilled than we were previously led to believe. But I can also tell you that the Raven Queen is truly and honestly powerful.
And they all this, and they haven't even been approached by the ghost of Christmas future.
Oh.
No, I've met him. He's a dick.
Have you met the ghost of Christmas future before?
It was a
Telling
figure
that
of
tale
speech.
requires a significant investment of ale on your part.
That can be arranged.
The Raven Queen was even kind enough to feed us.
Well, I mean, technically that was her ex-arc, but...
Under her orders, I'm sure.
It's a conundrum. But, and again, back in character. Ah, crap.
I'm casting my vote to no, we shouldn't, because I don't want to piss off the Raven Queen.
We're talking about an entity that can not only come here, but also apparently take us out. Without the Raven Queen necessarily being aware.
Sorry,
But the Raven Queen will be aware at some point.
Well, will this Lady Kep of Lillies actually consider it a slight just to say no?
Quite possibly, yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
She did say it would be.
That would...
I would also say that while the Raven Queen is powerful and has jurisdiction over all the dead, there are certain steps she cannot take without cause or jurisdiction. And that is to say, they're always around divine retribution even after death. Sort of. I mean, not really, but kind of.
Also, this Lady Kep did also say that it's the only way to actually get Zale's contract in full.
But she didn't say how long she was going to hold on to Zale's contract for. She could hold on to it until death and then release it to me.
Well, it made you get it then, at least.
But
So
requires
the thought of having a contract of a person after they're dead is somehow problematic for a necromancer.
Is it possible that the Raven Queen is listening in on us right now?
Oh, it's quite possible, actually. But not necessarily probable.
Zale, you do know that normally she has no idea what is going on unless Rook is around.
It's a thing of it. You know that bird that's always following me about?
Yes.
That's how she keeps tabs on me. The bird needs to be there to keep an eye on me and my contract, which, God, I can't believe I'm explaining this to you people. Basically, the bird watches me and reports back to her, which means that she doesn't always have full view of the land of the living. The same is not strictly quite so relevant to her own realm, but she still is not universally aware.
So she can see through her minions.
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Some
Are there any
necromancers can do
skeletons
that.
about within, say, hearing range?
There are not none are within hearing range, but they are about. Knowing what you do about the Raven Queen, well, give me a, we'll say an intelligence check, Zale.
I think this would be a
Or a knowledge
check.
religion, which is an intelligence check for Zale.
Or religion, that would work as well.
Yay.
It's the same roll, honestly. I just tack a different tag onto it.
You are aware that the Raven Queen does not like undead. If she's going to employ them, they belong. Undead are the domain of Orcus, her rival. And they have always been at war with each other.
So basically, unless we see one of our servants about, I suppose you could have invisible type servant. It's not probable that she's listening to us just now.
It is fair to surmise that these skeletons around you are not her doing.
I was wondering about that, honestly. But I figured they was the dearly departed souls that maybe felt a little bit bad for us or something.
Well, another worry is that the Raven Queen brought us here so that we could talk to her. That means that if we don't make it to talk to her, she knows something's up. And if she sees the contract is missing, she's going to know it's us, and she will come after us, and she will bring us back here. Lady Kep of Lillies didn't exactly promise to keep us safe from the Raven Queen. She only talked to me about ownership over Zale's contract. So...
Yeah, Yep. You're going to have to talk to Lady Kep of Lillies again to amend the agreement.
We didn't fully have an agreement. I told her I needed to think about it.
Do you have a way to contact her? Did she leave you with that?
I point at the lily.
As far as you're aware, all the Lily can do is teleport you and the group out of this realm.
Okay, then I do explain that.
Wait, you mean to tell me we can leave?
Not yet, Tayto. If we use her flower to leave and we don't have Zale's contract and we haven't met up with the Raven Queen, we will have angered two different very powerful people.
It would be sort of problematic if we went through all this trouble to get an audience and then last minute said, on second thought, we don't want your valuable time after all. I'll get to meet a woman that would not anger, honestly.
Nim will speak up on this.
I don't even need a religion check to know that's a bad idea.
Nim will speak up. Who says that we can't visit her and then go take the contract?
But the moment she notices the contract is missing, she'll know to look for us.
She would already know, even if we didn't talk to her.
Yeah. So, we're in a rock and a hard place.
I will admit that the thought of being free from the contract is a tempting one, but I've never quite known what to make of the Lady Kep of Lillies. She is not what she appears to be on any level.
No, she's not, and that makes me afraid to trust her, but I know she was genuine about wanting your contract and sharing it with me and giving it to me when she's done with you. But what does it mean for her to be done with you?
I am absolutely convinced that this Lady Kep of Lillies is a demon.
Well, she makes a very good pot of tea.
So does Scythe. Are they both demons?
No, because she... Oh wait, you're talking about somebody else. Never mind.
You don't remember Scythe? The chat dubbed him Creeper May Creeperson?
Oh, the interrogator guy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I sort of like that guy.
It was funny.
Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Zale's on edge, and
Shenzi is too busy freaking out and thinking and lost in her mind to have any proper idea of what's going on.
Tayto just sucks.
Maybe?
Zale?
Yes, sir.
You notice what can only... You notice what can only be a lich standing just beyond the line of skeletons around you, just staring.
Nobody make any sudden moves or look in the direction, but there is a very, very powerful undead it's eyeing us in what might be construed as an angry manner.
Should we walk away then?
I would recommend slowly turning about and casually moving away.
We'll take our supplies with us, and we will be on our way.
And for those that don't remember, Zale did bring this up before when you beat the King in Copper. The Raven Queen does not like liches at all.
In any way, shape, manner, or form, she is in fact diametrically opposed to them.
Which is why we're here, because we did kill a lich.
But for one to be
the way
here...
I say it, there are one of two possibilities. Either it's here without her knowing about it, which scares me shitless, or she's entrapped it here as some eternal punishment, which also scares me on a certain level. In any event, it is not likely to be friendly towards us, and if it is, we may be tarring ourselves with the same brush, so to speak.
It's beginning to look like she doesn't really have any control over her own realm. If Lady Kep of Lillies came in here, if there's skeletons here, if there's a lich here...
And it's like, then how powerful really is this goddess?
Yeah, either she's not powerful or there's something very wrong.
I'll tell you what, how about I rip out your art, and when you meet her, you ask her. Trust me, that is not a pleasant experience, the interview or the ripping out part.
Wait, is that like part of the ritual to rip out the person's heart?
No, but it is one of the fastest ways to kill a person. Also quite painful.
Yeah, I'd imagine the agony level is pretty high on that one.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've had worse, but it's quite painful.
I know a really quick and easy way to kill somebody.
Yeah, no,
Slice their
I'm sorry.
throat with a rusty
Your
cleaver.
gaseous secretions are quite potent, but not quite that bad.
All right, so does the rest of the party just walk casually away from the undead?
Can I offer a
That
deception
seems like
check
the best
to
idea, yes.
You know
make it look like
Shenzi's
we are just
curious.
moving naturally?
Shenzi, don't approach the thing that is probably not a friend. Most likely isn't a friend.
It's undead, it's my friend.
Mm.
As you all gather up your things to begin leaving,
Shenzi's watching it, by the way, because she wants to go talk to it.
it vanishes.
I'll
Only to
tell you
reappear
not
in
to-
front of the where you were needing to go.
Shenzi walks up to it.
It regards
Says
you
hi.
with burning eyes.
Does it respond when I say hello?
It does not.
How rude. What are you doing here?
I have been sent by my master.
Who's your
The demon lord of undeath.
He sounds cool.
Oh, actually not. He's not.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
is.
you had me at Demon Lord.
He is displeased with your choices to kill one of his followers.
Well,
However,
that particular follower had us in a bit of a snippety situation, so
Wait,
I'm not sorry. I'm not.
can only Shenzi hear the lich?
the rest of you will need to make perception checks. But you are able to see that he is speaking to her.
23, nice.
I am blind!
You are just so oblivious today, Elysian.
I just told you what you could see. You're deaf. I think Azeroth got dragged away, so everybody except Elysian is able to hear this. My master recognizes that you were trapped and had no choice. He looks over the rest of the party before focusing his gaze directly on you, Shenzi.
I would argue that we made the Demon Lord stronger by killing the King in Copper.
The King in Copper was a servant of Orcus.
Yeah, and he was a really weak servant.
He raised a mighty army.
Yeah, and look at how well that...
Shenzi Bone Chomp.
What?
You seek to serve Orcus, albeit not directly, do you not?
I don't really seek to serve anybody.
By raising undead, you serve the will of Orcus.
By raising the undead, I serve my own will.
If that is what you wish to believe.
This is like one of those things where if you kill somebody, great, you're worshipping the god of violence or something, even though you're not really doing it.
Well, he's not a god.
I'm just saying, same principle applies.
My master wishes you to know that you will not find what you seek here. The Raven Queen has no interest in necromancers.
We're not here for her, though. She's here for him, and he points at Zale.
The lich seems to me basically be ignoring you, Tayto. His
Tayto
gaze
is
is
oblivious to
focused. His gaze is focused solely on Shenzi.
Then I repeat what Tayto said, except obviously.
I see. Orcus would offer to assist you. Really, Tayto?
He's annoyed.
Orcus would
None shall see me.
like
Though my battle cry may give me away.
To speak uninterrupted.
I know, right?
Great,
Anir,
so now we've got
I'm gonna
Orcus,
refund
Lady
that.
Kep of Lillies.
I'm gonna refund that one, Anir.
So we've got Orcus, Lady Kep of Lillies, and the Raven Queen, and now we got to figure out who we're helping.
I mean, at least this demon lord is open about being a demon.
No, he's very progressive in
Touche.
that matter, yes.
Touche.
And at least right now, they're not saying, we'll take it as a direct slight against us if you say no. I say, let's meet up with this demon lord.
Orcus does not exist in this realm. I have been sent to protect you. There are many devils and other unsavory creatures in this realm.
Oh boy.
He seeks nothing more than your cooperation in further weakening the Raven Queen.
Well, I kind of like where this is going so far.
Removing Zale's contract from the Raven Queen would directly weaken her.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty awesome, so it definitely would.
But if we take the contract from her, Zale loses a lot of power as well.
You're not wrong. He would probably lose all warlock levels, effectively.
Well, depending on who winds up acquiring the contract after.
You're not wrong.
Well, they're not saying they want Zale's contract for themselves, and they are saying that they want to protect So what if they help us take the contract from the Raven Queen, protect us from the Raven Queen, we give the contract to Lady Kep of Lillies, and if she's psycho, then they help us get the contract back because they've been helping us, and in return I will serve because I can raise dead.
Does that sound good
particular
to you?
episode's plot, it resembles a spider web that has been balled up and tossed through a basketball hoop. Except it's sticky, so it gets caught in the basketball hoop, and we've got 2 or 3 webs all lumped together, and everything's tangled, and nobody's playing basketball ever again.
What he said.
Something dark side.
On that note, I believe we are finished for this evening.
Yeah, we're gonna need some time to think this out, so that's okay with me.
I think doing anything with demons is also a very bad idea.
No, actually, I've done a few of them. They're actually not that bad a sort, as long as you know how to
You're-
work with them.
You're a rogue. You're not religious.
You're not
We'll be fine.
God-fearing, like me.
Oh, no, actually, I'll know quite a few gods. I fear significantly more than none of us, but I lost the point of the question.
At least this one is like, hey, I'm a demon, you know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot more honest, even though he's a demon. So, there's that.
No, see, August is quite progressive for a demon. He actually encourages other people to come out of the closet and admit their demonic personalities.
But how else is he progressive?
Oh, he's all about the whole undeath thing. I mean, there's the fact that you don't have to eat, no sleep, breathing, not an issue anymore.
I think
There's
you're
perks to
taking
it.
this a little bit more friendly than it actually is.
At this point, I'm just blowing wind out my ass because I have no clue what the fuck's going on.
Stealing from gods is a terrible idea, and so is working with demons. Those are my 2 inputs for the rest of the night.
Yeah, well,
Well-
now our lives and souls are at stake. So,
No matter
Eh.
what we do, we're going to upset at least one, if not 2 different very powerful beings. So
In that
I
case,
like
let's
Sim's idea.
Let's upset as little as we possibly can, because I would like to continue living.
That would require that we steal the contract from the Raven Queen, weakening her, and give it to Kep of Lillies so that she is strengthened in her position, and Dorcas is happy because of the first thing.
Then I throw my vote at that.
there we
That's
go.
basically what I said.
Yeah.
But we can discuss it over the next week. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Yes, the plotting continues in here.
No,
You can
and
s-
rear. Bad kitty.
You can see my schedule scrolling on the screen now. I didn't actually update it for next week, but I have Monster Hunter World now, or whatever it's called, which I will be streaming on Sunday.
I need you to go try and kill Behemoth for me while you're playing that.
I will do what I can.
Did you just tell him to go kill the behemoth?
Yes, I did, because they're making us kill... what is it? Regathus?
No. Yeah.
Thank
I
you
want to join
to
a Monster Hunter.
Thank you to Bueasels for the donation tonight, allowing the party to have their survival gear. We will return next week, where we will find out which very strong entity they decide to, piss off.
Please definitely be back next week. We will need the moral support.
And probably your ethereal influence.
Please.
Definitely the ethereal influence.
In the
Make
meantime,
Raven Queen forget.
Maybe save up some game-breaking influence.
There's a far simpler solution to this. Turn around, stab Zale through the heart, and I'll roll a new character. Problem solved.
Not necessarily.
I'm very, very against.
Hey, problem
killing.
solved on the surface. Problems for Zale continue for all eternity in a hell of suffering.
Well, except that they would then piss off all three.
Yeah.
What if he were shot
that
off a
and-
cliff?
Well,
And then
actually,
an accidental death.
I take that back. The Demon Lord would be okay with that. The rest of them...
Well, yeah, because then I could just raise Zale from the dead, and poof, he's got another servant.
Anyways, thank you all for joining, and I bid you all adieu.
Bye!
Bye.